I believe clean air is a basic human right and that everybody should have it. I don't believe oil wells belong in a community. Nobody knows my community story the way my community knows it.
South Los Angeles is a neighborhood where people fight for survival with multiple jobs. And in this part of LA, a young girl and her mother also help fight for the very air they all breathe.
To see Nayeli very active on this makes me so proud.
16-year-old Nayeli Cobo has been a warrior for clean air since she was 9. Living across the street from active oil wells with toxic fumes, Nayeli and her neighbors would get sicker by the day.
But around the age of 9, I did start experiencing a lot of health symptoms, such as heart palpitations, and I had to use a heart monitor for several weeks. I had frequent nosebleeds, frequent stomach pains, frequent headaches.
It doesn't look like much from here, but that small parcel of land hides 21 underground wells operated by the Alanco Oil Company. Nayeli and her mom, Monique Gurriete, were once told by a worker there that wells had to be checked every few minutes to keep them from exploding.
We were basically popcorn, and as soon as you hit the microwave button, they all start popping, and I said that that's what could happen to our community if they're not paying attention.
The community organized to stop Alanco's drilling operations, starting a grassroots group called People Not Pozos, meaning people, not wells. Nayeli stood out as a small child with a strong voice, but she gives all credit to her neighbors.
Some of these people are immigrants, and they work day to day to provide food on the table, to have a roof over their families' homes. And after those long days, they would come home and go door to door knocking with us to let people know that we were living next to an oil well.
Nayeli has fueled her activism by also studying oil drilling, air pollution, attending city council meetings and rallies. It's brought celebrity attention to a community that often feels forgotten. By 2013, Senator Barbara Boxer helped the community suspend Alanco's operations pending investigations. Then the LA City Attorney imposed tougher restrictions before Alanco could restart drilling. That possibility has the community scared and still fighting.
There was a day-to-day fear that they would reopen and that we wouldn't be able to open our windows anymore, or that we couldn't go play outside because of the air.
The Murphy facility in LA, operated by Sentinel Peak Resources, also stands in the midst of a low-income residential area. Both the Murphy and Alanco sites are owned by the Catholic Archdiocese of Los Angeles, which leases the land to oil companies.
I feel that sometimes they're choosing money over people, over people's health, and I think that sometimes they are being hypocritical, and I don't think that's right.
Nayeli calls it the other industry they're fighting. The community sent several letters to the Archdiocese without any response. Nayeli took it to the top.
Hello, Pope Francis. My name is Nayeli Cobo. I live across the street from the Alanco oil plant, which is next to Mount St. Mary's College, and we feel this is what is making us sick.
Alanco refused to take our calls, and after declining our requests for interviews, the Archdiocese provided us with a statement saying they're continuing to work with the mayor's office, the petroleum administrator for the city of Los Angeles, and Alanco to explore all possible uses for the site. Notably absent from that list, members of this community.
And that is very disrespectful, since we are the people in the community that attend the church.
It's clear how insignificant we are for them. And shame on them.
People Not Pozos has joined a coalition of other community groups called Stand LA, who've come together to end urban drilling. Nayeli, I heard you talking about environmental justice. What exactly does that mean to you coming from South LA?
When they open wells in Beverly Hills or wealthier neighborhoods, they make sure they operate from business hours, like 9 to 5. They make sure that they're silent drills and that they have special filters put up on the walls. And when they open them in Wilmington or in South LA, they don't care if they're loud. They don't care if they operate 24/7 or not. They don't care if they put up filters for us, because to them we're just a minority.
Does it feel sometimes like it's David versus Goliath for you guys?
As a woman of faith, I know how ends this story, and I'm happy to be the little one on this battle.
I believe everyone has the right to breathe clean air despite their age, gender, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status.
Nayeli recently won a Youth Leadership Award from South Coast Air Quality Management District.
Clean air is something we should all have from the start, and it's time people receive it. Thank you.
How important is it to get people your age involved?
I think that the youth standing up and making a change within their communities and ultimately in the world is so important. Like, I know that it's hard because I thought that, well, I'm just a 9-year-old girl. What are people gonna do? Like, I don't know if they're gonna listen to me. But the truth is, people do listen to you so much more because we're the future, we're the next generation. I think it's time that we stand up and defend our generation for our kids.